Welcome to this week's TDD Weekly Report for the week ending September 25th. This week's TDD Weekly Report is going to be on technology and steampunk. First up, this article is from the Wall Street Journal on September 23rd. Also, there was another article done on fastcompany.com of the BMW Mini division is coming out with an electric scooter concept. The scooter concept incorporates smartphone technology, so in the dash there's a slot so that you can stick your smartphone in and then use it as the key to start the vehicle, use it as the GPS, and even use it to play your tunes, so you can concentrate on paying attention to the road and not having to deal with things like playing around with your phone and holding it or something like that, and you can be looking straight ahead. This is going to be featured as a concept vehicle, so unfortunately, like in a lot of these cases, they come out with cool vehicles and they don't say whether they're going to actually produce it or not, or whether you will be able to buy it, but it is still kind of cool to look at. And I was always thinking, as they came out with electrical vehicles, there's kind of a stiff competition between scooters and motorcycles as to who is going to have the first practical vehicle out there that can be used. So in light of that, in the July issue of PopSci.com, which is the popular science online magazine, they have a motorcycle called the Brammo Impulse, B-R-A-M-M-O, and Impulse is spelled E-M-P-U-L-S-E. I'll put pictures up as I'm talking about this. This is a practical motorcycle you will actually in 2011 be able to purchase. There's three models, the 6, 8, and the 10. They range in price. The 6.0 model starts at $10,000, and then they go $10,000, $12,000, and $14,000 going up. And the only difference I can see between the three bikes is just a few more batteries put in the battery pack to give it a little bit better range. They all have a top speed of 100 miles per hour, and they have a range of 60, 80, and 100 miles depending on the model you buy. There's also, if you go to YouTube and type in Brammo Impulse, you'll see all kinds of videos along with the promo video, and I'll show the promo commercial video at the end of this TDD report for the motorcycle. They say that it takes 8 hours or so to charge it on a 110 outlet, but they also say you can do a fast charge up to between a half and 3/4 charge in a quicker time. They don't give the exact time in the article that I read, but what I would like to see is charging stations along with when you pull up to the gas station, they have a charging plug, and then something that you could probably get the charging time down to around 10 minutes or less. It needs to be equivalent or probably no more than twice what it takes to fill up a car with gasoline to really be practical for an electrical vehicle. That's what we really need to see. But I think right now the Brammo Impulse would be really good for a second motorcycle. If you had a motorcycle for long distance touring, this would be practical for a little bit shorter distances. And lastly, some of you may have heard of steampunk. It's combining technology along with maybe a 30s or 40s look, or even sometimes turn of the century look. They call it steampunk, and you take a gadget, a modern type of gadget, and give it kind of an old look using gears and gauges and stuff like that. And if you really want to be geeky about it, what you really do with steampunk is you actually have some of the gears or the gauges actually perform a function. Now, this is just an article for the beginning person that wants to get into steampunk. What you do is you take a Nerf gun. Now, this first article is from geeks.perillo.com. There'll be a link below in the comments, and they did a really good job of putting theirs together and making it look really good using gauges and gears and stuff like that. They've got the best looks, but they don't have a lot of detail in the article, so I'm going to put a second article up where they actually did a really good job of tearing it all apart and doing a good job of painting it. I don't think it looked quite as good retro as the other article did. And this other article is in weeklygeekshow.com, and they use the Maverick Nerf gun. It runs for about $10. You can get it in any toy store, just a Maverick Nerf gun. And then you take with different painting skills, if you have any kind of modeling skills and metallic copper types of paint and stuff like that, and you just tear it apart really and give it that kind of old metallic look. And then get some gauges, get some gears, get some they actually took an old barometer and tore apart some of the pieces from it to give it the steampunk look. So if anybody would be interested in trying this, as usual, submit it to TDD Report and let me know that you did, and I'll feature it on one of my TDD reports. I like to put these articles together and combine it with what the viewers and the listeners actually decide to make themselves. So anyway, that's about it for this week. Take care, everybody, and I will catch you next week.
Introducing Impulse by Bramo, a leading EV technology company. Impulse is a breakthrough electric vehicle using Bramo digital powertrain technology and the revolutionary Bramo Power Battery Pack. It's the world's first water-cooled production EV motorcycle capable of 100 plus miles per hour with a 100 plus mile range, all on a single charge using a standard 110 volt outlet. Three models, 3 ranges, 100 plus miles per hour, starting under $10,000. With tax credits, they'll cost even less. As the world strives to reduce its dependency on oil, Impulse arrives. Practical, affordable, exciting. Go online today to pre-order your Impulse for delivery beginning 2011. Impulse by Bramo.